FIFA called it the most professionally officiated World Cup in history, a tournament where, in their own pre-tournament briefing notes, the video assistant referee system was described as the most advanced ever deployed at a major football event. A tournament where, according to the IFAB rule changes summarized by Yahoo Sports in early June, video assistance was being expanded to cover incorrect corner kick decisions and second yellow card reviews for the first time. The official line was simple: cleaner football, fairer outcomes, trust in the technology. That was the claim. This is the reality. In the first 11 days of the tournament, at least 3 referee-related controversies have detonated across global football media. One of them involving an active investigation by FIFA into a video assistant referee for a hand gesture that anti-racism organizations have linked to white supremacist iconography. Another involved a Somali referee, Omar Artan, who was denied entry into the United States and therefore could not train or officiate the matches he had been assigned to. In England's group stage match against Croatia, won 4-2 by Thomas Tuchel's side, there was an incident in the first half that the head of Sky Sports refereeing analysis, Dermot Gallagher, told the audience on RefWatch should have been reviewed more carefully. The on-field referee, Clement Turpin, did not penalize a challenge that, according to Gallagher, met the threshold for at minimum an on-field review. The video assistant referee, the official identified in ESPN's match notes as Kwiatkowski, declined to send the on-field referee to the monitor on the grounds that the original decision was not, in his view, a clear and obvious error. That phrase, clear and obvious error, is the entire load-bearing pillar of the modern video review system. If the video assistant referee believes the on-field decision was wrong, but not clearly and obviously wrong, the on-field decision stands. That is the rule. That has been the rule since 2018. And it remains, even after 8 years of refinement, the most inclusive World Cup in history has produced an investigation into a match official for alleged use of extremist iconography. The most professionally officiated tournament in history has produced an England Croatia incident that Sky's own refereeing analyst said deserved a review it did not receive. The most advanced video review system ever deployed has produced exactly the same arguments as the previous one, conducted at higher resolution. And the Somali referee, who was supposed to be the visible symbol of African inclusion at this World Cup, has not set foot on the pitch he was assigned to officiate. That is the gap. That is the documented, sourced, measured distance between what the institution promised and what the operation delivered. And the most damaging thing about it is that FIFA could have managed expectations differently. They could have said, "This is the most ambitious World Cup in history, and we will make mistakes, and we will be transparent when we do." That would have bought them credibility. Instead, they chose the marketing line: the cleanest, the most professional, the most inclusive, the most advanced. And every controversy from here until the final in July will be measured against those words. That is what happens when an institution writes a check its operations cannot cash. The check does not bounce all at once. It bounces in small pieces, controversy by controversy, until by the end of the tournament, the credibility account is empty. So what does this mean for football's future? It means the next World Cup in 2030 will arrive into a global audience that has been trained over the course of this summer to fact-check FIFA's promises in real time. The marketing language will still exist. The slogans will still appear in the pre-tournament press kits. But nobody serious will believe them anymore, because the gap between the slogan and the reality has been documented too many times by too many credible outlets in too short a span of weeks. The most inclusive World Cup in history. I do not believe that phrase will appear in a single serious post-tournament review. Not in The Athletic, not in the New York Times, not in BBC Sport. The phrase will appear in jokes, in sarcastic headlines, in Reddit thread titles. And FIFA, having said it themselves, will have to live with that for the next 4 years. So what do you think? Is the video review system at this tournament better, worse, or simply more elaborate than the one before it? Is FIFA losing control of its own World Cup? Or is this just the normal noise of any major tournament amplified by social media? I read everyone. Let me know your view in the comments. If you found this worth your time, a like helps more than you would think. Subscribe if you enjoy thoughtful football coverage. Football at this scale is never just a tournament.